The Adams-Onis Treaty of 1819 set the border between the United States and Spain, starting in the Gulf of Mexico, went from the mouth of the Sabine River up the Sabine to 32 degrees north latitude, then due north until it intersected the Red River. Then on the south bank of the Red River, all the way to 100 degrees west from Greenwich and 23 degrees west from Washington, D.C. Following 100 degrees west from Greenwich, due north to the Arkansas River, which is real close to present-day Dodge City, Kansas. The border then followed the Arkansas River to its headwaters near present-day Leadville, Colorado, at 106 degrees, 20 minutes, 37 seconds west. Due north from there to 42 degrees north latitude. 42 degrees was the limit of Spain's Alto California. So in blue, we have the United States. In yellow, we have Spain. And all down through here too. Well, a year after that, or 2 years later, Spain lost Mexico. Mexico became independent. So now yellow is Mexico. It inherited the same border with the United States. But then Texas won independence from Mexico on April 21st, 1836. Mexican dictator General Santa Anna signed the Treaties of Velasco on May 14th, 1836. This treaty set the Rio Grande River, put it in red, the Rio Grande River, the treaty that Santa Anna signed and Sam Houston agreed to, as the border. What it did with the Rio Grande River all the way to the Continental Divide near present-day Silverton, Colorado, on the 107 30-minute meridian west of Greenwich, then due north to 42 degrees north latitude. That's what Texas claimed. However, Mexico never ratified the treaty, which means Texas claimed all its land, and Mexico said, we'll green for this one, that the Nueces River, from Corpus Christi to about there, was the border. And the western border, that was the southern border of Texas. The western border, according to Mexico, was whatever they said it was, but they never said what it was. 10 years of border conflicts followed. Texas kept the same border with the United States that Mexico had and that Spain had negotiated in the Adams-Onis Treaty. Texas surveyed and marked the border with the United States. One of those markers is still there. I have a video about that. When Texas joined the United States in 1846, the United States recognized the Republic of Texas claimed borders, except for where the Red River has a fork. Right here, there's a fork in the Red River. Texas had a county named Greer County in there. The United States says, nope, that is ours. They took the South Fork. But other than that, the United States, Texas, Republic of Texas border was as written. However, Santa Anna was back as dictator of Mexico. And he sent his army to enforce the Nueces border down here. America put troops on the Rio Grande down here. Brownsville, Texas is the town that built up around Fort Brown. Well, fighting ensued. resulted in a war, the Mexican-American War, ended with the Treaty of Hidalgo being signed in 1848. The current United States-Mexican border was the end result of that treaty and the 1854 Gadsden Purchase. So we're going to continue in blue. The United States-Mexico border goes all through here. Everything north of that, United States. The state of Texas, though, had several problems. The Republic had been in debt, $10 million worth. The Missouri Compromise of 1820 set 36 degrees, 30 minutes north latitude as the limit for any slave state after Missouri to be allowed into the Union. The very obvious continual border, I'm going to draw it in black, between Virginia, North Carolina, Kentucky, and Tennessee. Forget about the Boot Hill. I'll do a video about that later. Between Arkansas and Missouri, that's 3630. Well, Texas could not be more than 3630. What to do? Well, the solution was a trade. The United States would absorb the debt that Texas had, the Republic of Texas had, and Texas gave up all the land. I'll call that in yellow here. Texas gave up all this. The Compromise of 1850 set the border of Texas at 3630 to 103 degrees west, due south to 32 degrees north, then due west on 32nd parallel until you got to the Rio Grande River. And that is how Texas got its current borders.